Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is just a chit chat, get ready with me. I'm just playing with makeup. It's not really getting ready because I'm not going anywhere. So I don't really want to call it. But yeah, that's what we're going to do. We're just gonna play. I already have my eyebrows on. As you can see, they're way too dark and they don't match, but they never do. And it's a thing on my channel, okay? I'm gonna get a t-shirt that says my eyebrows don't match, because it's just a thing. But yeah, I don't really have a plan for what I'm gonna do. I mean, I do have a few items picked out. But yeah, let's just play. I've already cleansed my face and moisturized really well. And I also did a lip scrub before, and I also put on lip plumper. Kathleen Lights just uploaded a video this week, I think. Her tips for having like really juicy overdrawn lips, for those who want bigger lips but maybe they don't want to get lip fillers. So I watched that, and that's kind of where I got those tips. So go check that out because I love Kathleen so much. But let's start off with primer as always. I think today I'm going to use the e.l.f. Beauty Shield Antioxidant Enriched Skin Protectant. It just looks like this. I don't really notice that it really does anything extra than giving me some more hydration, which is fine. That's all I really use these for. I'm telling you guys, this brow hates me. It just, I have like this mole right here. It's like almost the color of my skin, but it's there and it throws off my brows, and I'm just really insecure about my brows, okay? Anyway, so we're gonna spray this. Ooh. It's been a minute since I used it, and I forgot how aggressive the spray is. And the smell, it reminds me of like a watered down Windex or something. Use the Soap and Glory I'm going to use the Soap and Glory One Heck of a Blot Instant Perfecting Power Primer, which looks like this. I do get slightly oily in my T-zone, but as I've gotten older, I've noticed that I'm actually getting a little drier, especially on my forehead. But like I said, I do still in my nose a little, and a little on my chin gets slightly oily, just depending on, you know, the foundation and whatnot. So in my last video, which was a full face of neglected makeup, if you have not seen that, I will link up below. I'm always confused on the directions, and then I look like a fool. But anyways, I rediscovered a foundation that I had in my drawer that I hadn't used in a really long time, because I think it was one of the first foundations I'd ever owned. And then as I kept buying foundation, it just kept getting more neglected because I just forgot about it. And it's the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless. The Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless. I'm in the shade 112. And in my last video, I used a beauty blender. It looked fantastic. I'm going to try it with my brush today. This is the It Cosmetics Love Is the Foundation brush, and I like it with a lot of my other foundations, so we shall see. I just wish this foundation had a pump, but for like, what, $7, $8, depending on where you buy it, you can't go wrong. So I'm going to take some of that and go in. So I have, if you watched, not my last video, the video before that, which was like a mental health check-in, I'm doing better since then. I'm back on track as far as eating and like a Weight Watchers goes. I did gain that week. I had mentioned in the video that I probably would, and I definitely did. I gained 4 pounds. But a few of those pounds have already came off because they were just straight water weight. That happens when you binge or go outside of your diet. Or diet, I don't like that word, you know what I mean. My lips do look bigger right now. They do look juicy. But like I said, I've lost a few of those pounds so far. My official weigh-in day that I do is on Saturdays, so we'll see what that says. I'd like to at least be back to where I was before I gained the 4 pounds, which may or may not happen. Like, since it was 4 pounds, it might be a little bit longer, but I'm back on track, so that's good. And I spent like yesterday and today like emailing a couple places and finding out if these places had therapists that I do not like a brush with this foundation. Let me smooth this out because it's looking really streaky. This is just a dry sponge. Anyways, yeah, I was emailing places to see if they had therapists who work with borderline patients, because there's quite a few therapists who straight up refuse to, because stereotypically borderline patients are more difficult to work with. It's just like, I feel like there's like stigma surrounding mental health, but I feel like with borderline there's like a whole nother layer of stigma, because, you know, you're viewed as just really, I don't know how to explain it. Sorry, I still have like some of that lip scrub hanging around. I don't know how to explain it. They just apparently were difficult. But I did find a place today that has someone who does have experience with borderline patients, and I have an appointment for next week. I'm nervous because, I mean, starting over with a new therapist, which it's been years since I've been consistent with a therapist. I think the last time was when I was pregnant with Genevieve, and she's gonna be 4 in December, so it's been a while. So it's always nerve-wracking, and you never know if it's gonna be a good fit, because sometimes it's not. So I'm hoping it works out. I'm hoping I stick with it, because Lord knows I have a trouble sticking with just about everything. I don't think it's a cold sore. Like, I've never had cold sores before, so I'm not entirely sure what it is. And then like I have a cut on my lip up here. I don't know what's going on, guys. I started my job this week and just been tired, and I haven't really been on my skincare routine like I should be, so my skin's letting me know. I do prefer this foundation with a wet beauty blender, which this one's dry because like I said, I started with my brush. And normally this would be damp, but you know, whatever. But anyways, yeah, I back on my eating right, and this week I am going to be getting a Fitbit. I had an Apple Watch, but I lost it. I didn't have insurance on it, so it is what it is. But yeah, I'm gonna get a Fitbit, because the Apple Watch, and I'm sure it would be the same with the Fitbit I'm getting, truly motivated me to work out. And I like working out. Like, I love doing DDP yoga, and I love lifting or doing anything like weight training or strength training. Cardio is not my favorite. Like, I'll do it, but I hate it, so I don't do it often. For concealer, we are just going with Shape Tape in the shade of Fair, which might be a little light for this foundation. We'll see. But anyways, so yeah, I'm getting that, and hopefully I can get a good workout routine started. During my training, I'll have like one schedule, and then after training, I'll have a different one. But hopefully we can work out a nice routine with him working, and now his hours are much more unpredictable than mine will be, because he's like a sub driver. Like, he works for UPS or USPS. Oh yeah, this concealer is way too light for this foundation. But anyways, so his hours do vary. Like this week, the route he subs for, the gentleman, is out of town, so he's subbing for him all week. And when that guy comes back, he won't work quite as much. So like I said, his hours will vary, but hopefully we can come up with a good routine, you know, as a family, and like for working out. And all that fun stuff. Yeah, this is like I should have used I have another shade of the Shape Tape. I think it's Fear Neutral. I should have used that one, but oh well. Let's go ahead and highlight the center of the face. I'm gonna highlight down here because this foundation is not too dark for me, but it is a little darker than my neck color. And I really like a highlighted effect. Especially being overweight, I feel like it helps sculpt my face more to look a little thinner once I go in with like bronzer and stuff. But yeah. All right, well, let's go in with powder. So the one I'm gonna use, and I'm using it specifically because I feel like this concealer is way too light. This is the It Cosmetics Bye Bye Pores powder. This is the shade just Translucent, but I feel like this one darkens on me. I'm not sure why. So I am gonna use this because I won't mind as much. Ooh, I just got that everywhere. Since I already have my eyebrows done, let's go ahead and just go into eyes. I'm not using my Jaclyn Hill palette in this video, if you can believe that. I think I'm just gonna go into my Milani Pure Passion palette, which is dirty. Looks like that, not that you can see it, but it's warm toned, go figure. And I'm just going to run this shade Truth or Bare, which is just like this creamy shade, just to have that base color on the lid. And I'm actually going to use a Milani brush for that. I guess I'm just going to use that just as a base color. It is a little darker than my lid, actually. I didn't expect it to be, but it is like a shade darker than my lid. I kind of expected it to be a very similar shade. Good to know. I think I'm going to attempt something different, and it's probably not going to turn out, but I'm going to try. I'm actually going to start with a darker shade in my crease. This is the shade Heat Is On, which is the shade down here in the corner. It's kind of like a red toned brown in my opinion. So we are going to start with that guy. And I think I'm going to put it on using this is just a brush I got from one of my Profusion palettes. I actually really like the brushes that come in those. Like I said, we're going to take that shade and I'm going to pack this in the crease and see what happens. I don't know what I'm doing, guys. If you came here to learn, you probably won't. There is some fallout, which isn't a huge deal for me. Like it is what it is. But it's all right. I am just putting that in the crease, and now I'm going to blend. Typically you don't start with such dark shade, or most people don't, but an Aerosmith song just popped in my head where like it starts out, or like there's a part of him saying "Living on the Edge," and I don't know what song it is, but that's my thought, and I was like, we're doing dark anyways. Oh man, what song is that? I hear it playing in my head. Anyways, I digress. Gonna go with circular motions, both clockwise and counterclockwise. It doesn't really matter. And windshield motions, windshield wiper motions. Wow, guys, I like that. I might even do an all matte look, which I never do. I don't know, this palette has some really pretty shimmers in it, so we'll see. Okay, what I'm gonna do now that I actually have that dark color down is take my Olimar Cosmetics brush, the like fluffy one. I'm gonna go into the shade Totally Fawn of You, which is this like light brown tan color. I don't know, I'm not a color expert. And I'm going to just gently blend this in right above, well, into that darker shade. I like it, I like it. Take the shade Spice It Up, which is this, like, I feel like it's like a brick tone, but with more like a brown, I don't know, whatever, guys. Like, you know. Wow, this mirror is like really dirty. And I'm going to pack that on the outer corner. Ooh, I'm just gonna use the other side of this Profusion brush. And like I said, this is the shade, I believe, Spice It Up. Yep. You know what I said I was gonna do a matte look? Well, I lied. Now I just need to decide what. I think I'm gonna use this one. This is the shade Biggest Flirt, which is this like foiled red, like a cranberry shade, but it works. The foiled or shimmery shades in here are truly beautiful. Like they're not quite as buttery as my Jaclyn Hill palette, but compared to all of my other palettes, I feel like these are better. And it's not, I don't own any high-end palettes, so I'm not really comparing it to anything fantastic. Not that I'm shading my other palettes either. You know what I mean. You know what I mean. I'm gonna go in on the other eye. It's just what I prefer. All right, I'm going to take this, the Vintage Cosmetic Company. I think I got this in a BoxyCharm. Brush looks like this. And I'm going to take that first shade I started with, and I'm going to press this against my lower lash line. I've been blocking you guys this entire time, haven't I? I don't know if it's the concealer or if it's the concealer and the powder or just the powder, because I do notice that the Shape Tape does get a little dry on my under eye, but it's looking extra deserty under there. So I don't know if it's both, but I don't like it. I don't like it at all. I'm gonna take my NYX retractable brown eyeliner and just put that on my waterline. And we are gonna go in with mascara. I think I'm gonna go in with the IT Cosmetics Superhero Mascara. It's not my favorite, but I like it. And I'm just gonna fast forward through this part. I like got a huge like gloop of the mascara on my contact. We're gonna go into bronzer, and I think I'm gonna use my Wet n Wild color icon and take it to Brazil. I love, 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 love this shade. Use my side mirror over here. And I think today I'm just gonna go with Milani Luminoso. I usually mix this with my Burt's Bees Bare Peach, and I love it. But, you know, we're just gonna use this today, just cause. We're gonna take Luminoso, which is very pretty, and I like it because it has almost a sheen to it, like a subtle glow, and I really like that. For highlight, I bought, I was at the Dollar Tree with my mom the other day, and I remember in Jeffree Star's Dollar Tree video, he had picked up a liquid highlighter, and I don't know if this is the shade. This is the shade Candlelight. I don't know if this is the one he had, but it looked pretty good, and I was there with her, and I'm just like, $1, like, I'm gonna try it. So I'm gonna put a small amount on the back of my hand. Don't mind the eyeliner there. It's very pretty. Let me see if I can show you guys what it looks like, kind of blended out on my hand at least. You see that? It's pretty. I don't know how it'll look on the face, but we are gonna find out. I don't know that I've ever used a liquid highlight. The closest thing I've used is a ColourPop Super Shock, or no, those are Super Shock shadows. Whatever, the highlights. What are they called? Are they Super Shock highlights? Those are the closest, and those are not liquid. They're, I don't know how to explain it. You'd have to feel it. Anyways, I digress. Maybe that little bit I had on my finger dried. Oh, okay. Let's blend that out. It's pretty, but I feel like it is a little patchy because I have powder on, which is, it's not uncommon when you're putting liquids on top of a powder, but I thought he did. I could be wrong. Like I said, it doesn't look bad. I don't know. I think I'm gonna put something on top of it because I don't mind having too much highlight. or what others perceive to be too much highlight. Whatever. Which one do I want to use? I'm gonna use this more golden highlight from my Cover FX Perfector Face palette, which this shade is a little dark for my skin tone, but it's still really pretty. And I'm gonna use it anyways. Sorry, my phone's telling me my battery's low. I don't know if it's this brush, I don't know if it's the liquid underneath, but I'm not loving it. I'm gonna put the brightener shade on top. Okay. I love this brightener shade because it's perhaps a little too bright, but I live for it. I love the most intense and crazy highlights. I don't know why. I don't do pictures or like, no. The kind where you would need to have something blinding like that. I don't go anywhere, but I live for a blinding highlight. I don't care. The shade Bittersweet, I think it is. It is pretty. It's like a mauve-y color, so I'm gonna attempt to do my lips. Let me wipe off this plumper I have on. And I did partially fill in my lips with that, not completely. And I think the lipstick I want to pair with it. I'm gonna use the shade Touch of Spice by Maybelline. It's also a mauve-y color. I don't know if that lip necessarily goes with this eye look, but so that completes this look. It's not like I had any look in mind. We were just chatting and playing with makeup. But I actually really like this lip a lot. Until I started really doing my makeup, I didn't realize that I actually have decently full lips, I feel like. Lip fillers are probably the one thing I won't get. Not that I ever plan to get a bunch of surgeries or anything, but that highlight. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this, or at least found it entertaining. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe before you leave, because if you don't, that's just hurtful and rude. Just kidding. Anyways, I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.